Alright, here's a video on the 8 basic trigonometric identities. These are things that students have trouble using at first. So, and also if this video ends up being a little too long, I'm probably going to break it up into at least 2 parts. So here we go. Okay, so 2 warm-up questions. What is the equation of a circle with center -4, 3, and radius 5? You may want to pause the video and try this one yourself. Okay, you recall that the equation of a circle can be written x minus 8 squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And that comes from the fact that if I have a circle centered at hk with a point x comma y on the perimeter, I could draw a right triangle with radius r, where the distance from here to here will be x minus h, and the distance from here to here will be y minus k. And by the Pythagorean Theorem, you get x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, which is something that's really great to know. This is really just, the circle equation is really just the Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, so what is the equation? Well, it's x plus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 5 squared, or 25. And then the second one was the equation of a circle with center at the origin, radius 1. Well, the origin is the point 0, 0, right? So it's x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 1 squared, or just x squared plus y squared equals 1. And now that we've got that down, we'll delve a little bit into the identities. Okay, the 8 basic trig identities. Okay, we have a circle here centered at the origin. I'll label this x and this y. It has a radius r, but I'm going to say my radius is 1. And this distance from here to here is x, and this distance from here to here is y, because it's x minus 0, or x, and y minus 0, or y. So I should know that this is x squared plus y squared equals 1. Be the equation of that circle. And it's a unit circle. Okay? This is a unit circle because it has a radius of 1. Okay, so now there's some things you need to know. Okay? And just to recall, if I have a right triangle like this with angle theta there, then this side is the opposite side. This side, the longest side, opposite from the right angle is the hypotenuse, and this side is the adjacent side. So sine of theta is defined as being the opposite over the hypotenuse. And cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. And the tangent of theta is defined as being the opposite over the adjacent. And a lot of students know this mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA, to know those 3. Okay, and then also we could define cosecant of theta as hypotenuse over the opposite side, and secant of theta as hypotenuse over the adjacent side, and cotangent of theta as adjacent over the opposite side. And these 3 are known as reciprocal identities. Okay, and we'll come into those again in a minute. Alright, so knowing that the sine of u is opposite over hypotenuse, so opposite over 1. So I get y over 1, or just y. Okay, cosine of theta is x over 1. which is just x. You get tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent, so y over x. You get cosecant of u is hypotenuse over opposite. Secant of u is hypotenuse over adjacent. And cotangent of u is adjacent over opposite. Okay, so those are the basic definitions.